Ladies and goons, and I really am speaking for myself, we've got two things to have a look at, one reveal, one unboxing. So, look, without any further mucking about, let's show you what I've got. Now, can we see that there? My word, that sun's bright. The sun is bright, and there's sort of almost a point to that. Because, oh dear, as Brittany said, oops, I did it again. But there it is. The Gibson New Century Explorer mirror. Now, let's take it out of the case and show you. You will note that there's no strings or bridge or anything like that. That's because I took them off. I took them off. Look at that damn thing. I think that Gibson's advertising slogan at the time was "Don't just deafen them, blind them as well." Well, that can certainly be achieved, I imagine. So, as you'll see, this will obviously get a clean up and a bit of treatment. As you can see, there's a few nibbles around the edges of what does, let's face it, it looks like a mirror. And it is, to all intents and purposes, a mirror. So I took the strings off, and I took the bridge off, and the stop tail, and I took it down to my local glass merchants. Hello. And would you believe my luck? The guy is a partner in crime. He also he told me he's got a collection of, I think he said 358 string instruments, or strung instruments. And so he was very, very keen to have a look at this. And he, first of all, had a little measure where he could get to. And he said, we don't do that thickness of mirror anymore. He went, hang on, upon closer inspection, it isn't mirrored glass. It's mirrored perspex. He said, I can help you with that. So I can either look for another one or try and find somebody to make one, but I don't think I'll bother. We'll give it a clean up, and and really I just wanted it because it's so unusual. So we'll give it a setup and a clean up and put some strings on it, and we'll very possibly review this at the weekend. Right, on to number two. Now this I couldn't resist, and although I don't need it just yet, perhaps I will at some point. And I was quite happy with this. I'm going to tell you, I was so excited. I did, do let me do something with these blinds. Is that better? Yes, that is a mile better. So, let's get it opened. But what's in the box? Well, I shall tell you what's in the box. It's a case. There's no guitar here. And I'm hoping for a bit of input. I think that it's a lifting case. I think it's a lifting case. From the either late 60s or early 70s, I seem to think. Well, I have to say, the chap who bought it from packed it very, very well. And usual story, we'll unwrap it gingerly, and let me pause you while I do that because it's dull. So the guy who was selling this said that it belonged to his dad, who had some sort of Les Paul in it. So we'll whip a Les Paul out and see if one fits. I assume it will. And that should be done. I've made it, I have to say, that is a nice bit of packing, that. I'm impressed. Ooh. Now, so on the Liftons, the ones that I've seen certainly, had a legend inside, or some kind of logo thingy on the inside that said, built like a fortress. But I know that this hasn't got it. So now, apparently there's a way of identifying the years by how many latches you've got. So this one has got 4 latches. Looks like, right, okay, 2 are present, but only 1 works properly. Ooh. Ooh, wow, oh, baby, that smells like, you know, like a pensioner's flat, if you will. So yes, so here, I think that they used to, that if it was a Lifton, or at least some of them had, this plate on here that said Lifton, as strong as a fortress. But I rather suspect that it is what I think it is. Let's get this put, see what happens. Back in a tick. So, well, that answers that question, doesn't it? There we go. Very nice. I'm rather pleased with that. Now, let's see if my local cobbler can sort out these latches for me. So that's quite a nice thing to have, isn't it? Eh? It's got a nice royal blue lining, as you could see. That handle looks like the ones that I've seen before on Liftons. I don't know if that would be a giveaway of any sort, this plate on the bottom. But I've got to say, for something of this vintage, it's in pretty good nick, I reckon. Being used, but it is intact, and there's no, if I hold the handle, there's no movement inside there from the instrument. So that's it for today. And at the weekend, we'll see how far I get with the Explorer. If we can make that play and look nicely, then we might have a look at that this weekend. Or we can have a look at one of those I've got 2 Strats that we can look at. I've got that Westfield. I love Westfield guitars. They're brilliant. Shame they went out of production. And I've also got some Mustang. So any of those are in the running. Who knows what it'll be? Well, I have a lovely rest of the week, and I'll see you on Saturday. So it's adios amigos. Ta-ra.